Smiley the Emoji by Bubbles and Snickers. Emojis live in a realm we cannot enter, yet they access our world through portals into our screens. They are so small they could fit in a pea pod, but it is they who portray most of our emotions online. It would be a false conjecture that the emojis always agree with the post they're in, or fully understand the writer's sentiment.
Smiling was all he had ever known. Smiley the emoji felt there was monotony in continual happiness, but also much satisfaction. Every text and social media post he was sent with lightened the sender's heart and could put a smile on the receiver's face. His favorite posts were ones with pictures. Once he was sent with a beautiful mountain landscape. It contained many vibrant colors. Smiley thought it was the most beautiful thing he had ever seen. However, at times, he would be sent with things that bothered him, and all he could do was smile.
He decided to ask Miss Kiss for her opinion. Humans smile for many reasons, Miss Kiss explained. She pointed out that Weep and Big Lol were sitting together. They were laughing and crying. They had been sent with a video of a kitten mewing. It was odd seeing them together. Perhaps there can be tears of joy? It seemed people could have many emotions at once. Smiley wondered how this was possible. Miss Kiss said she had been sent with a sarcastic message to a young girl. It broke her heart. She assured Smiley that soon he would understand the many complex emotions of those who type the messages the emojis are in.
Then, one day, in the real world, a tragedy occurred, and many shared their thoughts on the internet. Smiley wasn't very busy that day, so he was surprised when he entered a portal. One person typed their approval of the tragedy, thinking that it was an occasion to smile. Smiley saw what had been written and wondered why someone would think it was a good thing. He was sickened and angered, but he could not cry.
Then Weep arrived with a response. The person's reply was mournful, and Smiley recognized that the celebrating post had been typed by a person who was very lost. To Smiley, it was inconceivable to relish the horrors that took place. Although he was grateful for Weep's presence, he felt deep sorrow for the lost soul and for the lives lost in the tragedy.
Soon, he was sent back through the portal to a message from someone who had been present at the scene of the tragedy. The man was reassuring his family that he was safe and would be home soon. Immediately, he was sent through another portal to a reply from the man's mother. She was overjoyed and relieved that her son was safe.
And finally, Smiley understood. After witnessing his fellow emojis convey so much loss, he was a part of the celebration for one life saved. In the midst of sorrow, there was this one wonderful moment of joy.
Joy. He finally understood it. The light-hearted posts he was typically sent to didn't convey it. Next to joy, the continual happiness he was accustomed to couldn't compare. It was dull and dimensionless, like a blank screen. One pixel was exactly the same as the next.
Joy, however, was like the mountainous landscape Smiley had loved so much. had craggy peaks cutting the horizon and giant, voluminous thunderclouds looming overhead. It was the contrast between the dark valleys and the spotlighted ridges that created the depth and breadth and height. And just like depth could not be experienced without light and shadow, Smiley realized one could not experience joy without knowing sorrow.